Good morning, students. Today we will study about electrolytic cell and the student in electrochemistry. It means in this chapter only two class are left. So now we discuss electrolytic cell. A student, the device which convert electrical energy into chemical. A student, the device which convert electrical energy into chemical. Students, there are various importance of electrolytic cell. So now we discuss importance of electrolytic cell. Importance of electrolytic cell. Student, the first importance of electrolytic cell is production of hydrogen by electrolysis of water. Production of H2 gas by electrolysis of water. Second importance, student, is electroplating and electrolytic refining of metal. Electroplating and electrolytic refining of metal, such as the students copper, silver, zinc, etc. Now the student, third importance is manufacture of heavy water. Heavy water, that is U2O, deuterium oxide. Now the student, fourth one is electrolytic extraction of metal. Electrolytic extraction of metal, such as student sodium, calcium, magnesium, etc. Students, various importance of electrolytic cell, that is collection of chlorine by the electrolysis of brine solution and various things. So I use etc. at the end of importance of electrolytic cell. Now we discuss, student, how electrolytic cell perform. Then we draw a figure by which you know well about electrolytic cell. Student, we took a container in which two plates are taken and the solution kept into it. Students, it is positive and it is negative. Here positive is a student anode and negative is cathode. The student, we discuss a structure of electrolytic cell. Anode is positive and cathode is negative. So the student, anode is taken at impure metal, whereas cathode is taken as pure metal. A student, at anode, impure metal lose electron and at cathode ions gain electron to deposited pure metal. Now the student, anode will melt slowly and it become thin, and metals ion deposited at cathode, so it become thick. Now the student, how to relate the what mass of metal liberate or deposit at electrode by the quantity of current. So the student, now we discuss Faraday law. Now we discuss Faraday law. Students, there are two laws which is discussed by Faraday, in which first law is the mass liberate or deposit at electrode is directly proportional to quantity of current passing through the solution. Now the students, W directly proportional to Q. Here W is mass of substance deposited or liberated, and Q student, quantity of charge या current. If the students, we remove proportionality constant, if we use proportionality constant, then W equals to ZQ. Now the students, Z is electrochemical equivalent. Electrochemical equivalent. We know that Q equals to I and T. So the students, W equals to Z I T. Here the students, I is current and T is time. I is current whereas T is time in second. It is the first law of Faraday, student, in which if we have current and time are given and the type of metals such as zinc, copper and different other metal, then we calculate electrochemical equivalent, and from these three data we calculate the mass of substance deposited or liberated from any electrode, either anode or cathode. Now the students, we discuss electrochemical equivalent. What is electrochemical equivalent, student? What is electrochemical equivalent? Electrochemical equivalent, that is Z. Now the students, electrochemical equivalent is defined as, it is defined as It is defined as the mass of substance deposited, the mass of substance deposited or liberated when a current of 1 ampere passing through for 1 second, passing through the solution for 1 second. So the students, Z equals to equivalent weight by 96,500. Now the students, we know that equivalent weight of any metal, that is atomic mass by valency. So atomic mass by valency, it is the formula of equivalent weight, students, and 96,500 is multiplied at denominator side, students. Now the first law of Faraday, it means W equals to, now we write that atomic mass by valency into 96,500 into I into T. This is the formula to calculate the mass of substance liberated or deposited by the help of Faraday law. You know that atomic mass, which is given in your question, either copper, silver, zinc, etc., its valency, I is current and T is time. Student, if the time present in minute, then you convert into its SI unit, it means second. Hour also convert into second, so time is taken in second, students. Some questions present in your NCERT book which is solved by this formula, students. Students, we discuss some numericals, such as one example is, students, if you take Na plus, it gains 1 electron and deposited as Na solid. This is aqueous. In this equation, students, we write that 1 Na plus ions is deposited by 1 electron. Students, in equation you also saw that 1 electron is responsible to deposit 1 Na plus ions into Na solid. Now it is also written as, students, 1 Na plus ions is deposited by, students, the charge at 1 electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So the student, if we take 1 mole of Na plus ions, if we take 1 mole of Na plus ions is deposited by, students, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 into, for the students 1 mole, we know that 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 ions present into them, and calculate these data, students, you get approximate 96,500 coulomb. The exact data, student, 96,480 approx. So we use 96,500 coulomb, and it is equal to, students, 1 Faraday. Now 1 Faraday equals to 96,500 coulomb. We say that. And the students, there are various type of questions present in your NCERT book which is related by this. If 1 mole Na plus ions is deposited by 1 electron, we also say that 23 gram Na plus ions is deposited by that coulomb. It means 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. But 23 gram is equal to 1 mole of Na plus ions. So the students, if we use 23 gram of Na plus ions, we also say that we have took 1 Faraday. And now the students, in your question, 10 gram Na plus, 15 gram Na plus, 12 gram Na plus is deposited by how much coulomb or how much Faraday is used. So the students, if we use another example such as calcium 2 plus, it gain 2 electron to give calcium. There are 3 conditions, student. Overall, the first is 1 mole of Ca2 plus is deposited by 2 Faraday, or student, it also written as 2 into 96,500 coulomb. The second term is, a student, 1 mole of calcium 2 plus is also equal to 40 gram of calcium 2 plus. So we write 40 gram of calcium 2 plus is deposited by 2 Faraday. Now the students, here we use unitary method to solve different type of question in which 20 gram of Ca2 plus is deposited by how much Faraday, student? If 40 gram to 2 Faraday, then 20 gram to 1 Faraday, student. If the question demand in how much coulomb, then it convert into 96,500 multiplying in Faraday, students. Now the student, another example is if we use MnO4 minus, it gives Mn2 plus. Here the students, the oxidation state of manganese is +7 and here the oxidation state of manganese is +2. Now the change in oxidation number is, a student, change in oxidation number is 5. So 5 Faraday is used to convert MnO4 minus to Mn2 plus. Now the students, another examples are taken such as how much Faraday is used to deposit 13.5 gram aluminum. In this question, students, initially we write balance equation to get aluminum. Aluminum 3 plus, it gains 3 electron and deposit into aluminum. Now the atomic mass of aluminum, student, we know that 27 gram. So this question is solved by the help of atomic mass. 27 gram aluminum 3 plus is deposited by how much Faraday, students? 3 electrons is used. So 3 Faraday. Now students, 13.5 gram of aluminum 3 plus is deposited by the students 3 by 27 into 13.5. Now the cancellation of the following 1.5 Faraday is used to deposit 13.5 gram of aluminum. Now the students, it is also converted into coulomb 1.5 into 96,500. Then these data convert into coulomb, students. Now we discuss second law of Faraday. In these, students, if a series of containers taken and the same amount of current passing through the series, then it says that the amount liberated or deposited in each container is directly proportional to its equivalent weight. Now the students, all these arrangements known as collimeter. In this arrangement, students, if same amount of current passing through a series of containers, the mass liberated or deposited is directly proportional to equivalent weight of metal. But students, if we have any one mass of metal is given, if zinc is given such as 10 gram is deposited, then we calculate how much copper is deposited and how much silver is deposited at cathode if the same amount of current passing through collimeter, students, or series of container. So we also write that weight of Zn is directly proportional to equivalent weight of Zn. Now the students, we also write that Wzn by equivalent weight of Zn equals to K. If the proportionality constant is used as K, then it is present at denominator side and its value is constant. Now the students, we use 3 containers, so we write weight of copper is directly proportional to equivalent weight of copper. Now it is also written as weight of copper by equivalent weight of copper equals to constant. And third one is the students, weight of silver, that is equivalent weight of silver, or we write weight of silver by equivalent weight of silver equals to K. Now the students, all these values are constant, so all 3 equations are equal with each other. So we write that Wzn by equivalent weight of Zn, Wcu by equivalent weight of Cu, and Waz by equivalent weight of Az. Now the students, using these formula to calculate the different metal deposited at cathode when the same amount of current passing through the solution. And the students, here we know that equivalent weight equals to atomic mass by valency. So the students, if equivalent weight of zinc, then the students, what is the atomic mass of zinc? Then 65.5, and its valency. Then the student, the solution is taken as ZnSO4 and zinc carry +2 oxidation state, so its valency is 2. Now the students, if we calculate equivalent weight of copper, so atomic mass of copper is a student 63.5 by its solution is CuSO4 and copper carry +2, so its valency is 2. Equivalent weight of silver students, now its atomic mass is 107.9 by AgNO3 and Ag contain +1 charge, so its valency is the students +1. Now the students, various types of question in your NCERT exercise, in which one question among them in which 3 containers ZnSO4, CuSO4 and AgNO3 is taken. So this example is used to solve numericals which is given in your exercise. Okay students, now the class is over students, and the next class is last class of electrochemistry, in which we study about batteries, primary and secondary, fuel cell and corrosion. Thanks students.